So, as you may recall, Plagued Moth claimed that he watched a child pornography video by accident.
So are you saying you've never seen Daisy's Destruction? You saw a trailer
No.
on accident? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Peter Scully made a trailer for it. It was played in part of it is actually played in the 60 Minutes special. But whatever this guy was throwing around, it's the fucking it's like the I guess the full trailer or something. I'm not about to find out. All I know is I saw like it starts with there's like a fucking the kid's running towards the girl, and I'm like, nope.
Then, more recently, I discovered that he had watched a completely different set of child porn videos, again saying it was by accident.
Even if it wasn't taken from someone like, a Sophie girl, like where they have child porn that they're distributing and blackmailing people and shit with it. That's beyond fucked up. The most oh my god, there's an actual question in there? Holy shit. No way. The most disturbing topic I've actually covered? Kind of hard to say, I guess. Probably the TikTok child porn thing. And then actually take that back. That was pretty bad, but the most recent, the Sophie Ryan thing, that's probably the worst because there's actual I had to see some fucked shit for that one. Basically, TikTok is like the shit will get shared on there and it gets removed quickly, but the problem is it pops up in what is called your For You page, which is like your feed, like your Facebook feed, your news page, and it plays automatically no matter what. That's how I found out about this shit. And in the last video specifically, I saw censored versions of this, thankfully. And the original TikTok incident that I reported on, I was reporting content that I saw, so inadvertently, yes, but it's not like I'm keeping shit and keeping on my computer editing it. I don't have to go through anything like that. I wouldn't do these videos like that.
Well, what if I told you there was a third instance where he yet again has said that he watched a completely different set of child porn videos by accident?
It's just bad. It's cringy. And it's just messed up to see a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff. That's why I made that child porn video thing, exposing that, because that was a huge thing. Huge. And it was for like a week straight. You couldn't even change your profile picture on there a while ago. They'd black you out or gray you out or whatever. And I finally got to change mine, but people were already starting to spread shit around. And now it's basically just gore again. But I mean, my thought on that is gore is one thing. I'm desensitized to that, and I did that intentionally through an edgy phase in my teens. It ended up paying off because shock sites don't shock me anymore. It's kind of like oh, okay. But it's different when it's something like that, especially as a parent, even when I wasn't a parent. I swear to God, I know. And I never thought, I've never been one with keeping up with trends. I've been very anti-trend. But having to see that much of children was bad. I stopped reporting it. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take looking at it anymore. And it was just fucking disgusting. And these kids are sharing that around. It's like, okay, that's a felony. And you're exploiting a child whether you know it or not. And it's fucked up.
And then I found out that he had watched CP when he was 13 through LimeWire, probably kicking off his interest in child pornography, if I had to guess, just like it kicked off his interest in gore at the exact same time in his life.
If anybody remembers LimeWire, that was the only time that I have ever had an incident where shit like that popped up, or I've been able to, or had to see that. And I was 13 at the time, so it didn't faze me too much then, and realized, I wasn't fully grasping what I was looking at. I was just okay, I wanted a Korn album, which is very true. I was very into Korn back then, not a porn video. The LimeWire was fucked up.
Now, what if I told you there was a fifth time that he admitted to watching child porn?
It's what the fuck is happening? There was a girl going on live on TikTok, which you have to have 1,000 subscribers to do. And she was 13. She gave out her first and middle name, where she lived. There was she had 500 fucking middle-aged men in her comments saying the most disgusting things, and she was just queefing. Yep. That was a thing.
Jesus fucking Christ. Once, maybe an accident, kind of a little suspicious, but whatever. Twice, oh, now we're getting into really suspicious territory. Don't know if I believe you. 3 times? No, it wasn't a mistake. 4 times? You are watching child pornography on purpose. 5 times? I believe you are a pedophile. Now keep in mind that these 5 instances are only times that he's spoken of. There may be more times. Who fucking knows? Now, I was going to put all of these in 3 separate videos, but I can't in good conscience do that. I feel like holding back this information would be really fucking just a bad idea. So while it may have made for good content, I would rather just get the information out there. Now, worst of all, is this statement from Plagued Moth, where he says that his children... God damn. Where he says that his children are likely to be exposed to gore and CP, and just acts like there's nothing he can do about it. What a great father.
I would avoid TikTok, honestly, in a lot of different ways. Unless you're already there and you got your setup and you're cool with it. It one way or another, it ends up being some toxic shit. And yes, I know if you interact with certain things, you get it in your algorithm, and that's where I went wrong, because I would go into these comments and be like, fucking report this, but it's like a mass sharing of either trolling, either gore. Like the big one is, and it's fucked up because my daughter's on TikTok and so is my son. You know, the thing with TikTok is your profile picture can be a video. Why? I don't know. I think it's stupid, but they'll put a lot of more recent suicide videos or gore videos in general, and it's like, holy shit. Like, you know, the last thing I want my 10-year-old son seeing is someone blowing their head off with a shotgun. You know, that may not bother me. That's gonna fuck his brain up. No pun intended. That's bad. But that's what they were doing with other things. And it's even worse. I can't even believe it. Like, holy shit.
One last thing I want to tack on here is that Plagued Moth corrects himself a couple times in these clips because he outright says that he's excited to see child pornography. There are a couple times where Plagued Moth says that he got to see child pornography. Like, you know, I got to see this. And he quickly corrects himself to say, you know, I had to see it. So I'm just going to tack those 2 clips on here, just because, motherfucker, what the fuck?
That's probably the worst, because there's actual, like, I had to see some fucked shit for that one.
Shit like that popped up, or I've been able to, or had to see that.